What's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Now, this is Porsha Williams' ex husband, Simon. Simon, I can't really think of it, pronounce his last name, but pretty much everyone knows who this Porsha Williams woman is that was on Housewives. And he's talking about he regrets ever marrying her after he found out whether that she was only with him for the money, which that's something he should already knew from the gate. He just didn't think he was gonna get hit with this kind of money he is gonna have to give up. But listen to what he got to say.
Regret marrying her?
Absolutely. I said to her in one of my text messages to her, because she didn't respond because I kept asking, why did you file for divorce? And she wouldn't say anything. I tried to reach her mom. Her mom would not respond either. I later figured out this felt like a coup. When I don't know if you're familiar with. I'm from. I say it because I'm from Nigeria, and that we were ruled at one point by the military, and so every so often when you want to change leadership, the president, you stage a coup.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was totally blindsided. I was no member of her family, whether on the mother's side, on the father's side, reached out to me. And the only person I actually reached out to was her mom, and she didn't respond. And so I essentially sent her a text message. I said this was a $5 million rehab project that I took on. She never shared her concerns, her issues with me
Man,
before.
damn. Oh man, hey man, look. I didn't even think it was that much, but 5 million, 5 million, and I think they only was married for 14 months. I think 14 months. I think that's all they was married. I believe 14 months. Man, hey, 14 or 24 months. One of them. $5 million, man. $5 million. $5 million, dude. But this is a pure case, point blank, of this woman was slicker than he was. That's all this is a case of. She got with him for the money. They both were separated. She was just separating and he was just separating. Actually, she was still married to somebody. He was just divorcing the woman he was with. So this is just a pure case of she was slicker than him. Point blank.
Filing for divorce. If you're married, I've been married quite a bit. I think I understand a little bit about the dynamics of. I should understand a little bit about the dynamics of a relationship. You discuss issues and say, "Hey, if this does not change or something does not happen, this is what might come of it."
Mm-hmm.
We never had those discussions, and I'm happy to share with you text messages where I was essentially blindsided by the divorce fight.
I was actually going to ask you if this was something that you saw coming, if conversations had been had prior. What do you think or what do you think Portia's reason was to file for divorce?
I think I was targeted.
In what way?
Um, I was targeted from day one for financial reasons. But when I filed for divorce from my previous, ex-wife, she was in my DM praying for me. And I think I was in a vulnerable position at that time, and I entertained it, and so it just kind of snowballed from there. Getting engaged in 30 days. I mean, who does that? I was out of my my my
Say what?
goddamn
That's a
mind
fish. That's who does that.
to have done that, and of course I'm paying dearly for it.
Wow. That brings me to my next topic. There was some reports stating that the judge overseeing your divorce case has upheld the prenup that you guys signed before entering marriage. Um, are you able to share a little bit about what those terms are or look like?
that she receive $40,000 a month in alimony for the length of the marriage, which was 14 months.
Okay.
She gets to stay in the house, all expenses paid, including the mortgage, through for 36 months, up to 36 months. And if she chooses to own the home, she would have to refinance.
Okay, enough of that, man. Look, point blank, he boo-hooing, he in his feelings because she outsmarted him. Now, don't get it confused. Don't get me confused, rather. I hope this man, cause he's taking her back to court, and I hope that he doesn't. I hope she had to give him some of that $5 million back. I really hope she has to give him some of that $5 million back. That's for real, for real. But at the same token, he deserves to lose a nice little piece of that $5 million because he was a fish. He knew he was a fish from the gate, from the jump. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she waited like the month that she needed to, because I think she needed to wait a year before she was able to get something from him, and divorced him right after that year, or well, 2 months after that year. What did he say? 14 months. So he was a fish. But there are too many men out here. It ain't even got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, having millions like this dude got, because this dude got millions. Okay, he got buku money. He got millions. But it ain't even about having millions. A woman will take advantage of you. Some women, small percentage, they make it look like a whole lot, but it's just a small percentage, will take advantage of a man that's sitting with money like that, sitting with big ass cash like that. He got big bucks. And then there's a lot of men that's just like he is. Fish. They know that they fish. They know that they're going to be looked upon by these beautiful looking women, even though she don't look nothing like that when she take that makeup off. You know what I'm saying? But they know that they're going to be targeted. They know that they're going to be targeted by women because they got money. The same way them ugly ass NFL players and NBA players that wouldn't get no woman like they got on their show, on their hip. They wouldn't have no woman like that on their hip if they was just a regular old cat, because they ain't, looks ain't gonna get it. Looks and the mannerisms and the things they value and their education, that ain't gonna get it. But the fact that they millionaires, they getting them women, okay? And then that's why a lot of them, probably 5-10 years after their athletic career is over, their pro career is over, they be broke. And then it's almost all of them are divorced. And that woman gets half of what they got. And it's way before they go broke. But that's no different than this dude case. The only difference is that this dude ain't no athlete, no professional athlete, and nothing like that. He just a man that got big bucks. And Porsha from Housewives, everybody know that she's a gold digger. Majority of them women on Housewives is gold diggers. That's just like, what's that girl name? From Basketball Wives or whatever. Jackie Christie. Jackie Christie. That she, everybody finding out that that baby ain't Doug Christie's baby, and that little girl is what, 20 years old. And Jackie been walking around for years trying to act like she all that on Basketball Wives. And she ain't nothing but a gold digger. She only was with Doug. They got messages of it. Chris Webber showed up with text messages and all that of it when he had to appear in court. Of how she only got with him for financial reasons. She only got with Doug Christie for financial reasons. But that's no different in this case. She got with that man for financial reasons. She got that loot and got rid of him. Just that simple. Now, yeah, he should have to give up a nice piece of that $5 million because he was dumb enough to get with her. But that prenuptial agreement should be, for the most part, stood up to and agreed to. That's like, what's the man named Stack 5? Steven Jackson. That's one of the dudes that got money that I respect more than anybody besides the NBA player. He's a young dude. The Anthony Ant-Man. I can't think of his last name. I think Anthony is his last name already. But Ant-Man, dude that played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That was one of the smartest things he did when he gave that woman child support for until the little girl was 18 off the bat. Because she didn't do what she was supposed to do and she trying to get him for that bread. Okay? This is no different here. This is no different. Okay? This woman got with him because she wanted that bread. She wanted to get him for the bread, and he knew what she was wanting to do. This is a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. Listen to what the man said. He said that they got engaged 30 days after meeting. She whipped him with that thing, you know what I'm saying? And bam. Now she already had in her mind already, okay, I'm about to get this bread from this old dude. And that's what she did. Now, like I said, should she have to give some of that bread back up? Yes, indeed. Now, I don't know if she gonna get, if they gonna end up making, the court's gonna end up making her give some back up. But it's a guarantee that, excuse me, he ain't hurting. That's a guarantee he ain't hurting. But it really ain't about him hurting. It's about them having to stick to that prenuptial agreement. That's what it's about. Them having to stick to that prenuptial agreement. And we gonna see, or at least I'm gonna keep paying attention to it. I'm gonna pay attention to it. I'm gonna definitely keep paying attention to it because I want to know. I want to know if he gets some of that money back. Because this was case clearly of she was just slicker than he was. That's it. She was just slicker than he was. When I don't know how he didn't know that after a year's time that she would be able to get certain benefits from him. I don't know how he didn't know that. I really don't know how he didn't know that. I swear I don't know how he didn't know that. You know. Especially when he got bread like that and he's been through this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't his first or second marriage. He had a few marriages. You know what I'm saying? And then got divorced. Okay. The only difference is he thought that it was going to be that easy messing with this woman. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You messing with a professional gold digger right there. Okay. And now you're seeing it, but you're seeing it because, you know what I'm saying, your pockets is missing a nice piece of bread. You know, $5 million ain't chump change. $5 million is a lot of money. But you can't trust them. You can't trust them. There's a lot of them out here that you can't trust. But I say a lot as in because that's just the way it seems. I ain't broadened my horizon. I ain't really left the country other than like vacations and stuff and things of that nature. And it wasn't like I was out, you know what I'm saying, on the hunt when I was on them vacations and leaving. I ain't been like all around this country and things like that. But it's a small percentage of women that are thirsty and greedy for money like this. There's a small percentage. Okay? That's just like he said he talked to the woman's mama and all that shit. I mean, and she didn't want to talk to him because she knew that this wasn't nothing but a money grab. She already knew. So what I'm wasting my time trying to get to know you and befriend you when I already know that my daughter, you know what I'm saying, she money hungry. She a gold digger. She don't want nothing but to use you for your bread. If the mama ain't, if she didn't learn how to be this gold digging ass female from the mama. You never know. You never know. You never know at all. You never know. But women like her, you already know who mostly I talk about. Okay? They make it bad and they make women, especially black women, they make it hard on y'all because y'all do terrible stuff like this. But this also is a learning lesson. It also is a learning lesson of how there are too many men out there that lead with their pocket. Not with their mind. Not letting the woman actually show them that they want them for them. There's too many out here that don't think that. They get a little booty. And they think that that woman actually wants them. Serious business. And then, in his case, it was 30 days. But then there's plenty of kids. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6 months now we engaged and about to be married. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit? You know what I'm saying? Some of these cats is just dumb and deserve getting their pockets hit. You know what I'm saying? Some of them do. Some of them deserve getting their pockets hit, man. Some of them do. For real. And in this case, he definitely deserved it. He just didn't need to get hit that as hard as he got hit. 5 million is a lot of money. Now, you know what I'm saying? A million or something, yeah, he should have had to get that up because he was dumb. But 5 million, that's a lot of money. But hey, y'all share, like, and subscribe. Peace. I'm up out of here.